And while Halloween is a fun time for humans, pets often find it to be a real scare. So how can we keep our pets safe tonight from Halloween hazards?
All right, we have an expert from Dogtopia of downtown DC, Susanne Dicus-Caulder, manager of Dogtopia, here to help us out. Good to have you.
Hi, thank you for having me.
What do we have here?
So this is Chesapeake. She's a 5-year-old basset hound.
Oh. Hi, Chesapeake.
And this is Bandit. He is a 9-year-old mixed breed.
Oh my goodness.
They look so precious. Okay,
Yes.
there's gonna be a lot of doorbell ringing, a lot of knocking on the door. How do we
Door
keep our
opening.
dogs calm and safe when the trick-or-treaters come to the door?
So if you have a dog that's super anxious, I would say try finding them a room in the back of the house, fresh water available, maybe a bone to chew on to keep them occupied, to keep them away. If you have a dog that is the star of the neighborhood and everybody wants to see them, I would recommend keeping them on a leash at the door so that they don't bolt out. Making sure that they're tagged, their collar has tags with their name and the phone number and everything, all that accurate information on there in case they do get free.
Yeah, like even if they like people, these people are going to look different.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people.
The costumes, all of that. There will be a lot of decorations. There's going to be a lot of wires and things. How do you keep dogs safe in that environment?
Definitely make sure that you want to have them tucked away either under a mat or just a way that they can't get to them. And if you have them in your yard, you want to make sure you don't have them in the area of your yard your pet likes to go to potty. You don't want to take up their potty space or block their way of getting to it.
Right.
And a lot of them have like wavy things that might seem like a toy for them, right? So you want to just always supervise them when you're out there with them.
That they reach for, try to go for.
I noticed too, like I've been walking my dog, the ghosts that are like up on the street scares them, or the inflatable spiders scare them. So kind of thinking about that too. And as we're going into the holidays too, and people have inflatables on their front yard. What about costumes?
Right. So we have at Dogtopia several costume themed events all throughout the year, but obviously Halloween is the one we have the most. Know your dog, I would say. If you have a dog that's not super used to being in, they don't like clothing, they don't like the jackets or shirts, maybe something minimal like Bandit's wearing, or a themed, or a themed leash or collar that's Halloween.
It's really cute.
Right? So he doesn't even realize he's wearing a costume, but he still looks festive.
Yes.
And then if you have somebody that loves being in clothing, then you can go full on with the costume. Just make sure it's not too tight. You want to make sure they can breathe well. They're not covering their eyes, not covering their ears.
Okay.
So
Chesapeake's cracking me up. The second you start petting him, he's like, okay, but now I'm going to let you know again, you're not petting me.
You said you guys just had a little Halloween party with dogs?
Yep, costume party.
How fun.
Halloween music playing in the playrooms, everybody getting in and out of costumes.
They're
Oh,
adorable.
they're so cute. Little Barbie.
So you just have to know your dog.
Yeah, you got to know your dog.
About how much to put on. Okay, candy is the name of the game tonight.
Right.
It's going to be out in bowls. People set their bags down.
And you really, really want to be careful. Most people know chocolate is bad for dogs, but things like sugar-free gum or low-calorie sweetener candies have chemicals like xylitol, but that can be really, really toxic to dogs. So you definitely want to make sure there isn't really any safe candy. And if they get into it, they're not going to unwrap it before they eat it. Those foil wrappers and plastic wrappers can really do some damage on their GI tract. So you definitely want to make sure you're keeping them away. I even suggest checking your yard the day after, because the kids, they drop their buckets and things like that, and you don't want your dog to get it and find out later that's what happened.
Right. Then you wouldn't think about that.
Okay, so we're talking Halloween, but obviously we have holiday parties coming up. There's going to be, maybe you have a ton of people at your house, your dog's not great. Like, what are options for dogs that you all provide if they need a nice quiet space?
So we have our daycare and boarding, overnight boarding, and it's the playrooms they're used to with dogs that they're used to being around. That way you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about my dog, my guest, my dog.
Yes.
Your guest accidentally opening the door and letting them out, or feeding them maybe something that they're allergic to or shouldn't be eating. And if your dog is going to be the star of the party, we offer spa services and things like that to get your dog all beautiful and ready, bathed and shiny and ready to start the party. So
that's awesome.
Smelling good, Chesapeake.
Yes.
Oh, there you go, Chesapeake.
Oh, now he's settled in. So many things that you don't think about that are going to be around this season and all holiday season long. To be mindful of. Thank you for the tips.
Are they able to just kind of walk in with you or make a reservation? How
so
does it work?
If your dog hasn't ever been before, you want to make a reservation to have them temperament tested to make sure that they are comfortable being around a room full of dogs. And you can make appointments. You can get a hold of us on our Facebook, on our Instagram. You can find us you can just walk in at either our downtown DC or our Navy Yard locations and get all that information.
Perfect. Yes, thank you. Just wants all the attention.
Just wants
Soaking it up.
Good boys. Good boys. All right, for more information on Dogtopia, all the services they provide, check them out on social media at Dogtopia Downtown DC. Check out the website or just stop by at some of their locations. Thank you. Happy Halloween.
Yes, thank you.